At Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
2nd and 9 now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
The slot man in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Working out of the gun. Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Colvin, a little juke, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now this defense for the Lions, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Love looking to throw it. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Off the play fake. Quinn, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Tackle made by Chase Young. Here's a 2nd and 8. Love from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And they needed to be because that game It's a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. This is 2nd and 8. Now Love. Throwing left side, it's complete. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time out, they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down the right sideline. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 7-7, our score after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll go with a keeper. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Love, he's going to change the play here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On play action, Love to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Now a handoff up the middle. Colvin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Love, they go play action now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Oh, some strong running. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Love. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Here's Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This pass down the field for Gibbs. And that's going to be incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 43. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Short throw to Smith. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Throwing to start the drive. Quinn. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And his kick here is good.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Let's go.
Final play of the half. Love looking deep here for Dobbs.
And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Unable to corral him. He fight. Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at their own 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Delay of game penalty ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Throwing. Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Oh, nice move. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. He returns the punt 61 yards. And the Lions have opened the lead up to 30.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Love now. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
And he's going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their 36-yard line. Love back to it here after the pick 6. Escaping the pressure right.
And Love is going to slide down and pick up the 1st.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Colvin, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
19 Lions. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year.
And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams, 70 yards. And the Lions are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. Up the middle they go. Colvin
to about the 35, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Looking to throw. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Love.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on? Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go.
And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And that pick-6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm fill there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Quinn.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Quinn.
Going underneath. Gibbs has it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-2. And
I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna